at what part of the 400 did your fibula snap?
200 mark. So
Wow.
halfway, yeah,
Okay.
halfway through the race.
Was there a moment that you thought, I'm not going to finish that? Like, did you know what happened, or was you just in the zone and like nothing was going to stop you at that
I
point?
was aware that something had taken place. Honestly, I thought, with hundreds of thousands of people, in the stands and it's loud, but I actually heard it. I felt it. I think more so than anything, I felt it. But, for me, like the way I train, the way that, that's been instilled in me, that quality of, finishing what you start. And then, I had 3 guys depending on me to bring that baton back. And I was like, you know what? As long as I get to this line, and really I played with my mind a little bit. I was like, if I knew the guys that I was running against, so I knew that if the guy I was in lane 3. So if the guy in lane 4, who was from Australia, if he didn't get away from me too much, and the guy from the Dominican Republic in lane 2, if he didn't catch me, then I would at least run 46 seconds. I knew that already. So I kind of just channeled that, and I was just like, you know what, I hate losing more than I love winning. So as long as I get to the line, I know the 3 guys behind me are going to do whatever it is we need to do to get back to the finish line and at least the top 3 spots to make it to the final. So that's kind of how I channeled that.
I watched that race last night on YouTube, and it's an incredible race. And the announcers were talking about like, oh, Manteo had a bad leg, and obviously didn't know.
Yeah, I had a bad leg for sure.
Literally a bad leg, right?
Yeah, it's funny. One of those commentators is Otto Bolton, a really good friend of mine. Obviously, he participated in the sport for Trinidad and Tobago. And, of course, in the moment, they don't know what's going on. And they were expecting, not just me, but the U.S. team. We've never lost that event. The only time that we didn't contest the event in history up until that point was in 1980 for the Moscow Olympic Games, which we boycotted, or which were boycotted, and we didn't go. So I didn't want to be on the bad side of history as well. So, but of course, those guys don't know, in the moment what's going on. They were expecting me to go out and run anywhere from 43 high to 44 mid, something like that on a pop-off leg is what we would call it, the first leg. And little did I know, I ran 45.7, but 200 meters with that. But if you see the video, most people are like, that didn't happen. How? I don't see it. If you slow it down, you can see me kind of favoring one side over the other. And if you look at the actual exchange, you can visibly see and hear me screaming in pain. But the crazy thing is I wasn't able to just like lay down after that happened. I had to stand there and watch those 3 guys finish their leg. Then I had to walk up media, do interviews, all these good things. And there was one reporter that asked like, hey, what happened? There's something wrong with you, because they saw me limping. So I was trying to not show any pain, because I was taught like that, like no show of pain. Just don't eliminate this moment, because we tied with the Bahamas for an Olympic record in the prelim, which still stands to this day. And then they ended up going to the 1,000th and gave us the actual mark. So
Wait, that race was an Olympic record? Still an Olympic
for the
record?
preliminary race, yeah, it's still an Olympic record.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow, that's wild.